Hello, love. This is the Eve's Eden Show. Please subscribe to this channel so that we can keep asking the eternal question, how do we pleasure the feminine today? In your life, in every way. Well, the first thing to talk about today, it looks like, is the question of abortion with love. Is that possible? You know, people have this stereotype about the Divine Mother, how she's supposed to be like all sacrificing and not have any needs of her own and not even have a body, as if she's some kind of immaculate creature without needs of her own. But you know, when it comes to abortion, you can unite the two realities that your child really is a soul and a spirit come to be with you, either for a short time just in your body or for a lifetime. And at the same time, the truth that you might not be ready and that you can have a conversation with your sacred child about what you need to be able to be a mother. You may need time. You may need years of time. We never know when we have this sacred conversation in a spiritual way with the baby if they will, in fact, come back. They might not. It might be your only chance to have this child. But on the other hand, they often do come back. They really do. If you say, beloved baby, I want to be your mother more than anything, but I have no father for you now, or I have no career, or I haven't fulfilled myself in the way I need to be a mother that you can, that knows herself enough to help you know yourself. So here's a little ritual you can do if you find that you really do need to have an abortion. Get to a state where, a place where you can do it legally and safely, medically. Don't do these back alley things with poisonous herbs and all that. Please don't. Get yourself to a safe place, all right? But if you do a spiritual ritual with this child first and a real deep conversation with the soul of the child, this abortion will go very easily. Your body will let go. That is, if you are honest about wanting to let it go. If there's any part of you that really wants to keep the child, you're going to have a very rough abortion or a big depression afterwards. And I do want to, at the same time that I'm encouraging you to know that you can have an abortion safely, I want to also encourage you that you can keep this child. And the child is a beautiful, sacred being, and all the things people tell you about how you're not ready and you don't have enough money, and it's all lies. You are capable right now to be that mother. If you feel that bliss and that joy and that longing, trust it, okay? Just trust that. But if you feel the sinking dread of, oh no, that's also to be trusted, okay? So the first thing is to really have this conversation in your imagination where you see the baby and the baby sees you. It's interesting how the camera goes dark, isn't it, when I talk about death and bright when I think about light. Life. Well, it's okay. Dark and light, they're both part of the same cycle. Okay, sometimes we darken the light and sometimes we brighten the light. So here it is. You speak with the spirit and you ask how it feels about coming back at another time. You speak your truth. But the thing is, you do need to listen. In this visualization meditation, you do actually need to listen to what you hear. And you may hear the baby crying, like really crying. And take that in. Like, is this changing how you feel when you hear the voice of the spirit saying how much it wants to be with you now? I'm trying to move the camera to see if the light comes back. It doesn't. It doesn't. When we're talking about death, it's okay. It's the darkness. It's the coming back to yourself. It's returning to your source. It's going back to the night, the vast womb of the mother. So when I did this exercise a long time ago, I was being pressured into an abortion, and I really wanted to keep the child, and my stomach actually made crying sounds. I don't know how that is even possible, how that happened, if it was some kind of wild gas thing that suddenly appeared, but it was baby crying sounds from my stomach. And I knew I could not go through with the abortion. It was like all the factors, my dreams, my heart, my joy, what I really wanted. Even though people were the father of the child was saying, "You'll lose your creativity. You'll never manifest who you are. You'll be poor the rest of your life. You need to take care of yourself." All of that was just bullshit compared to the divine arrival of sacred child. But there's times when this is not the best timing for you. Okay? This really is okay to acknowledge. So once you've had this sacred imaginary conversation with this beautiful spirit and you've gotten in touch with them, let them know they'll be coming back. They will be coming back. You will welcome them when you're ready. I mean, if that's your truth. Okay? Go to the water with flowers and let these flowers go upon the water in a boat. All right? And then the child will be able to transition more easily back into spirit out of your body before you have the abortion. Okay? Which makes them letting go. If the spirit of the baby lets go before you have an abortion, the whole thing goes so much easier than if they're clinging on and then you have to redo it and pieces are missing and the child is disassembled and all these things happen on a physical level that represent the spiritual truth for the child. But babies do come and they test out your body. They come and they go, let me just, let her know I want to come. Let me just tap into this energy of this mama. Okay? So you are sacred. You are the divine mother, but you are also the divine baby. And your babiness, you as the sacred child on the planet that has a destiny, is just as important. And your safety and your birth, you were the divine child to your mother, and you still are, especially to the big divine mother. Okay? So let yourself know your own truth. This is a child, it really is, and it's also okay to let it come back another time if that's what you need, or beg it to. Once you do have to remember, they might not come. They might not come. This might be your only chance, and it's really important to get with that. Get with that truth. That this is a huge moment for you, a huge decision, and either way, you are held by the sacred divine mother. She knows you, she knows your womb, she knows your capabilities, and you are capable of a lot more than you realize, especially with her help if you invoke the mother to help you do what it is you need to do. And also, we have our limits, and we have our timing, and we have our health, and we have our truth of our mission, your sacred mission. Whatever it is, it does need to happen on the planet, okay? It's really important that your mission is put primary, and that you realize if you say yes, it is true that even with the help of a father, you're going to be the one 100% all the time on call, which for a person like me, because it was the right thing, didn't feel like being on call. There was no difference between my passion and my life and my joy and my baby. They were all one. There was just absolutely one. It was a seamless flow because it was all coming from my heart. And that time will come for you if it's not now. Trust that it will come or not if you have a different path. Bless you on your path. May you make this sacred alignment consciously and actually speak with the soul of the baby and tell them all your gratitude. Shower the baby with gifts, a basket full of treasures in the spirit world. Bury some treasures in the earth, and make that call for them to come home to you in the future by going to a cave perhaps or a waterfall and planting a little crystal to beg forgiveness and send light and reassurance that the time will come for perfect alignment, perfect truth, perfect blessing, perfect magic birth. And the main thing for you, darling, is you need to birth yourself. Birth of the mother. Okay. Much love, darling. Birth of the mother to mother yourself. That brings all the birth for the rest of the world. I love you, darling.